Hello everyone, welcome back. This is our third video on the chapter, A Homage to Our Brave Soldiers. In the previous two videos, we read about Soumya's letter to Ananda, in which she wrote about brave hearts of our nation and monuments made in memory of them to pay tribute to them, one of which was National War Memorial. In this video, we will read Ananda's reply to Soumya. This is second part of the chapter. Ananda, house number, sector, Chandigarh, date 24 April 2022. Dear Soumya, it was such a pleasure to receive your letter. I enjoyed reading your experience of the visit to National War Memorial in Delhi, as well as your observations and feelings during the visit. You really have an eye for detail, and being the sensitive person that you are, you have been able to capture the essence of the emotions associated with this memorial. Essence means the true spirit of, the inner quality of. So Ananda replies to Soumya that he was happy to receive her letter and to know about her experience and visit to National War Memorial. And he appreciates her by saying that she is very sensitive person and she has an eye for detail. She has captured the inner sense, the inner quality of emotions associated with that memorial. I was happy to hear that you got an opportunity to visit the National War Memorial. I have heard a lot about it. Some people might see a war memorial as just a monument, statue, or edifice. Edifice is a structure to celebrate a war or victory and commemorate those who were martyred or injured in war. In my view, it is also an expression of deep gratitude for the supreme sacrifice made by our brave soldiers defending the sovereignty and integrity of the country. So Ananda says that some people just see it as a structure, as something which celebrates the victory of our nation or which pays respect to martyrs who were injured or to the people who were martyred or injured in the war. But Ananda says that in his view, it is also an expression of deep gratitude. That means deep thankfulness to the sacrifices made by brave soldiers while defending, that means protecting the integrity, the freedom of our nation. I feel motivated and I'm seriously thinking of joining the armed forces for serving my motherland. So Ananda is inspired by those people and he feels like he would join army when he grows up and serves the motherland. I also feel it is our duty to periodically visit such places to honor our valiant soldiers. Valiant means brave soldiers. And Ananda feels that it is our duty that we should time to time keep visiting such monuments to pay respect to our brave soldiers who have made great sacrifices for us, who have sacrificed their life for us. So it is our moral responsibility to remember them and to pay tribute to them. And we can do that by visiting the memorials which are made in memory of them. Their sacrifices enable us to walk freely in our country without fear of enemy's threat. It is nice of your teacher and school to arrange this visit to give you all a chance to learn about India's heroes and also pay your respect to them. Ananda appreciates the efforts of Soumya's teachers and school to arrange such visit so that we can learn so much about our heroes. And he also says that because of the sacrifice of our brave soldiers, we are freely living in our country without any fear. The idea of your class to make a presentation at the school and making everyone a part of your experience is wonderful. Best of luck for your presentation. I hope it goes well and motivates the school students to join the Indian Armed Forces. And he also appreciated the idea of the school, of the class, to make presentation on our war heroes. And he says that he hopes that such attempt would motivate the students to join Indian Army. Your letter has reminded me of time when we visited the war memorial in our city. If I remember correctly, the day was National Martyrs Day. While visiting one of Chandigarh's garden, we saw a lot of activity around the Bougainvillea garden in Sector 3. So he was also reminded of the time when he visited the war memorial in his city. There are war memorials in different cities as well. So he remembers that it was National Martyr Day and they visited the memorial in Chandigarh, which is the city he lived in the Bougainvillea garden, which was in Sector 3. As we approached the garden, we saw people offering flowers and prayers. We joined the group out of curiosity and quickly realized that they were all there to pay respect to the soldiers at the war memorial. So when they reached the garden, they saw that people were offering flowers and prayers to the monuments there or to the pictures of soldiers there, and they also quickly joined them, and then they realized that they were soldiers to whom people were paying respect. When I think back about my visit there, everyone has dedicated flowers as a mark of respect to our soldiers. I was reminded of the following poem. So Ananda says that when he visited there and he saw that everyone was dedicating flower to the martyrs, he was reminded of a poem, Pushp Ki Abhilasha. It's a Hindi poem. We will read it and then I will explain the essence of the poem. चाह नहीं मैं सुर बाला के गहनों में गूंथा जाऊं, चाह नहीं प्रेमी माला मैं बिन प्यारी को ललचाऊं, चाह नहीं सम्राटों के शव पर ही हरी दला जाऊं, चाह नहीं देवों के सर पर चढ़ूं भाग्य पर इतराऊं, मुझे तो लेना बनमाली उस पथ में तुम देना फेंक, मातृभूमि पर शीश चढ़ाने जिस पर जाए वीर अनेक. By Makhanlal Chaturvedi. Pushp means flower, Abhilasha means desire. So it's a poem which expresses the desire of a flower. And the essence of the poem is that a flower doesn't want to be given to a king or to be put in front of a god or to be put in a place nice. A flower only wants to be put at a place where there are soldiers on the where there is path for the soldiers to go. So the last stanza says, मुझे तो लेना बनमाली उस पथ में तुम देना फेंक, मातृभूमि पर शीश चढ़ाने जिस पर जाए वीर अनेक. So the flower wants to be on the path. He requests the gardener to just throw them on the path from where soldiers of the country pass. So he just wants to be on the path of soldiers. Hindi version of poem is also there. You can read it. I hope you like the poem. I must say I was inspired by your idea of presenting the valorous stories of India's soldiers. So Ananda was also inspired by the idea of presenting the valor of the stories of valor of the soldiers of India. There are so many stories of courage, bravery and sacrifice, which reminds us that many of the changes we face in our lives are inconsequential. So there are so many stories of the bravery of our soldiers, which tells us, which reminds us that our life is nothing in front of them. The work they have done is too great that our life doesn't seems consequential or of any importance in front of them. We can enjoy peace in our country and the luxury of exchanging ideas with our friends because our armed forces are alert and work hard to create that environment for us. So we feel safe today. We enjoy our life of luxury and exchanging ideas with our friends because our army is alert and working hard to create an environment of safety for us. So if you children, you also see in news, and if you have time to search about Indian armed forces, you will see that Indian armed forces, they are deployed everywhere, even in the extreme condition. Far north where the temperature goes in minus most of the times, there they stay day and night to protect our country. Towards our borders, run of Kutch, whether it's desert, extreme hot or extreme cold, whether it's sea or port, our soldiers always keep protecting us. That is why we feel safe in our country. So we should very much respect them. Very recently, I read in newspaper that Captain Anuj Nair, Mahavir Chakra, an Indian Army officer of the 17th Jat Regiment, was posthumously awarded the Mahavir Chakra, India's second highest gallantry award for exemplary valor during the Kargil War in 1999. So Ananda had recently read in the newspaper about Captain Anuj Nair, who was given Mahavir Chakra, the second most second most highest gallantry award in Indian Army. He was awarded that after his death, posthumously means after his death, for his exceptional contribution, for his display of exceptional courage during Kargil War in 1999. I look forward to learning more about him, and Ananda wants to learn more about him. Meanwhile, I learned that his mother, Meena Nair, has written a memoir titled Tiger of Dras, Captain Anuj Nair, 23, Kargil Hero, which I shall certainly go through. I'm sharing with you an excerpt of her interview with IANS. Memoir is an account of one's personal life and experience. So Captain Anuj Nair's mother had written a memoir. She has remembered her son through that memoir titled Tiger of Dras, Captain Anuj Nair. And Ananda said that he will definitely read it, and he shared an excerpt, that means a part of it, from her memoir, from her interview which she had given to IANS. Writing about the smallest thing about your child who is not with you really used to shake me, but gradually I came to terms with it by telling myself that if I didn't write about him, no one in the world would or could, and no one will know about Anuj's sacrifice. So the mother says that writing about your child who is no more in the world is the most difficult thing to do. And initially this used to shake her. She used to be very scared, very nervous, or very sad. But then slowly she came in terms. Slowly she realized that if she doesn't tell the world about her son, then who will? The world will never know him. So she wrote about her son. I have shared your experience with many of my friends. We all wish to visit the National War Memorial, Delhi. We have found out a mobile app, National War Memorial and Museum. This app is very interactive and provides answer to our queries in 21 languages. The murals on the wall are enchanting. A great learning experience indeed. Ananda also says that he shared his experience with his friends also, and they also wish to visit National War Memorial. They also found a mobile app, National War Memorial and Museum. This app provides a lot of information. It is very interactive, and it provides information in 21 languages. The murals as we saw before, are large pictures on the wall. They are very enchanting, that means captivating, and it was a great learning experience for them. Next week, I'm going to share this idea with my classmates and my teacher, and I think it would be great to create a collage capturing the lives and stories of people that can inspire us each day. So Ananda said that he would share that idea of making a collage or making presentations on our martyrs with his teachers and classmates, and he thinks that it would be great to make a collage, a collection of pictures, and on the lives and stories of people that inspire us every day. I know that we can email each other. I really like to receive letters from you, not just because of the ideas that you share, but also because the envelope of your letters often come with beautiful stamps that make me happy. So Ananda says that in today's technical world where there is internet, fast-speed internet, sharing email is easier, but he really likes to receive letter from Soumya because it comes with stamps, which he really likes to collect, and it makes him happy. I don't know if I ever shared it before, but collecting stamps is one of my favorite hobbies. So Ananda said that collecting stamps is also his favorite hobby. I have been doing it for years, but I learned recently that the act of collecting stamp is called philately. So philately is the term which means the act of collecting stamps. So if you do that, you are doing philately. If you are collecting stamps, you are doing philately. This time I received a stamp that celebrates India's independence, a theme related to your letter. So with Soumya's letter, he got a stamp which celebrates India's independence. The stamp is here in the picture. Okay, that's all from me for now. But before I conclude, guess what we had for breakfast? Fluffy idlis. And we all remembered you. Give my regards to your parents. I'm inspired by your letter. Then he ended his letter, and he also ended it on a light note that they were having fluffy idlis, which Soumya had mentioned that she loved to eat fluffy idlis made by his mother. Then he ended his letter by saying, hope to hear from you soon about your new adventures and experiences. Best wishes, Ananda. So this was the conversation between two friends, Soumya and Ananda, which is mentioned in the entire chapter. So are you not inspired by this chapter, students? Are you not inspired by our brave hearts? What do you think about this chapter? Do write and tell me in the comment box. And if you want to join Indian Army, what do you want to do when you grow up? Also mention that. Bye bye for now.